All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to why Russian fighters pilots are the craziest in the world. Thank you so much for support, guys. We're going to see what's going on here. Let's jump in. Uh-oh.
Why are Russian fighter pilots often seen as completely fearless, even crazy when flying their jets? It's a simple question, but one that even Google can't really answer.
That's close.
There's no single theory behind it.
That's very close.
Only a doctrine, a mindset built deep within Russia's military culture.
Oh my
Their
God.
pilots are trained to fly dangerously low, perform extreme maneuvers, and even eject just seconds before crashing into the ground. This culture of fearlessness was born during the Cold War, when the Soviet Union faced intense rivalry with the West. Back then, being a pilot wasn't just a job, it was a symbol of national pride and ideology. Soviet pilots were molded to be warriors of the sky, brave, relentless, and willing to risk their lives for the glory of their homeland. They were living emblems of the Red Bear's technological might. Russian pilot training is among the toughest in the world. They're pushed to operate under extreme pressure, execute complex maneuvers, and keep their composure in situations that would terrify most people. Those who go beyond the aircraft's limits aren't punished, they're celebrated. That's why Russian fighter jets are designed with unmatched agility, brutally aggressive, capable of turning sharply, and still stable even at very low speeds.
That's low. Wow.
One of the most shocking moments happened during an air show in England back in 1993. Two MiG-29s performed a cutting maneuver, collided mid-air, and exploded into a fireball.
Huh. Oh, wow.
Incredibly, the pilot ejected less than 2 seconds before impact.
Wow.
After surviving, he simply lit a cigarette, calmly watching his jet burn on the ground.
You have to be kidding me. Wow. So you light up the cigarette and say, well, those things happen. It happens.
Another wild encounter occurred off the coast of Alaska when a Russian Su-35 suddenly performed a dangerous maneuver near an American F-16. In 2023, a Russian Su-27 collided with a US MQ-9 Reaper drone over the Black Sea after dumping fuel and diving aggressively toward it.
Ah.
The Russian pilots were later awarded medals for the incident.
Incredible.
Then there's the Su-57 pilot who once flew without a cockpit canopy at 2,000 kilometers per hour. Or the Su-27 that intercepted a US Navy EP-3 Ares over the Black Sea for nearly 2 hours before cutting right in front of it, causing violent turbulence.
Wow.
Things got even crazier over the Baltic Sea when two Russian Su-24s buzzed the USS Donald Cook at low altitude in what Moscow later called a mock attack. American sailors were reportedly panicked, especially when their ship's electronic systems suddenly went dead as the jets passed overhead.
Wow. So basically, they're not afraid. The ace people are not afraid. So I noticed that. I think when it comes down to Russian fighters, they're not okay. They're okay with confrontation. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't fear confrontation. They're not afraid of the confrontation. They're okay with this.
Another close call involved a Russian Su-27 flanker that flew just 30 meters in front of a US B-52 bomber,
Damn.
a move so reckless it infuriated Washington.
Yeah, I can imagine why.
There's also the legendary story of Denis Litvinov, a Su-25 Frogfoot pilot who managed to land his jet after it was hit by a missile and nearly torn apart.
Wow. They managed to recover the airplane. It's unbelievable. You can't make this stuff up, man. Wow.
С ведомым начали выполнять маневр, вывод из атаки. И в ведомого влетела ракета, поразила ему двигатель. Летчик, сохраняя хладнокровие, мужественно выправил машину, начал выходить вперед. При выходе вперед, когда я его отыскивал по зеркалам заднего обзора слева.
Even Russian transport pilots aren't immune to danger. One Il-76 crew witnessed a Su-30 flying dangerously close to their cargo ramp mid-flight.
That's crazy. That's crazy. We saw this, I think. Oh my God. That is scary, man. My God. Wow.
And during another mission, a Su-25 pilot calmly ejected seconds before his jet exploded, then radioed base for pickup as if nothing had happened.
Unbelievable.
And it's not just the fighter pilots.
The helicopters,
Russian helicopter pilots share the same fearless bloodline. In their doctrine, altitude is weakness. If you're high, you're visible. If you're visible, you're locked. And if you're locked,
that is crazy. Look at that.
You're dead.
Wow, we saw this one. Oh my God. It's very low. Wow.
These are the wildest moments ever caught on camera, the insane, unbreakable spirit of Russian pilots. So, what do you think? Is there any pilot in the world who can match their level of madness and courage?
I don't know. This one is crazy. Wow, yeah. That's... This is so dangerous, man. I don't know, but they like to do it. Like, they feel comfortable doing it, but it's dangerous. Wow. There you go, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's I mean, you have to admit that some of these pilots, they're crazy as well. Don't get me wrong. They're crazy. They're crazy. Flying that low like that. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I personally believe when it comes down to stuff like this, I genuinely think that, of course, bravery is something that is inside it needs to be inside the soldier. However, you can imagine how many accidents can occur with something like this. Well, it is what it is. I would love to hear you guys' opinion about this. Please let me know in the comment section below what do you guys think. I will see you next one.